simulated 100 years into the future of Football Manager, but I've also simulated 10, 25 and 50 years into the future to see what football looks like. But let's start in season 1. And in season 1, the Premier League was won by Manchester City, and in second place was Arsenal with 87 points. And right now, the team that's won the Premier League the most time is Manchester United with 20. I wonder how that's going to look in 100 years time. And the championship was the exact same as the Premier League. West Ham had 88 points and Wolverhampton had 87 points. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but Manchester United won the Champions League this year. And England wins the World Cup for the first time since 1966. So England have 2 World Cups in their history now. How many would they have in 100 years time? So we're now 10 years into the future, and let's see how things have changed. And in 2035, the league was won by Liverpool. Liverpool won the league with 87 points, and in second place was Manchester United. And the 2 big London clubs, Chelsea and Arsenal, finished in 7th and 8th place. Crystal Palace got relegated. That's one of the bigger clubs to get relegated. Seems like in the 2030s, Liverpool have been dominating the Premier League. Liverpool are absolutely cooking, and Liverpool has overtaken Manchester United as the club with the most Premier League titles. Liverpool are now the biggest club in the Premier League, and in the Champions League, Real Madrid is still the team with the most UCLs with 17. I'm going to tell you about the checklist I have for this video. Does any of these things happen in the next 100 years? And the first thing on the checklist has actually happened. Portugal wins the first ever World Cup in the year 2034. A new nation that's never won the World Cup before has actually won the World Cup. My first question is Cristiano Ronaldo still playing? He's probably about 50 years old at this point. He might be a super sub. The La Liga looks kind of the same. Lamine Yamal is going crazy. He has 20 goals in the league. Real Madrid won the league yet again, and Barcelona finished 4th place in the league. Celta de Vigo finished in 3rd place, and the La Liga has been dominated by Real Madrid in the last 10 years. I've seen enough about season 10. Let's go to season 25. We're now in the year 2050. We're 25 years into the future. I'm 44 years old. God damn! 25 years into the future, and things are looking kind of different. In the Premier League, we now have teams like Blackburn, Charlton, Norwich in the Premier League. And Chelsea won the league with 77 points. It was a crazy title race. Chelsea had 77 points, Arsenal and Man City with 76, and Man United and Liverpool had 73. And it seems that in the last 10 years, the Premier League has been dominated by Manchester City. Well, unless City got relegated with 28 points, that is not good. That's not what I like to see. I wonder when we're going to see a top 6 team get relegated. And in the year 2050, Michael Arteta is still the manager of Arsenal. This guy is 68 years old. He got sacked in 2035, and then he came back in 2048. The manager of Chelsea is Ruben Diaz. Ruben Dias. He built himself up. He used to be an assistant manager, and then he became a caretaker manager, and he managed a bunch of small clubs in Spain and in England before taking the Chelsea job. I did not expect him to become a manager. Oh my days, the manager of Sunderland is Lautaro Martinez. Bernardo Silva is the manager of Spurs now. Bro, this is so intriguing to see. And if you take a look at La Liga, Barcelona won the league with 93 points, Atletico Madrid in 2nd place, Real Madrid in 3rd place. Barcelona's manager is now Andrea Bellotti. I'm pretty sure he used to play for Torino. And if you look at the Ballon d'Or list, it's just regions that are winning the Ballon d'Ors now. The last real player to win the Ballon d'Or was Lamine Yamal in 2038. Hey, we completed another checklist. Arsenal has won their first ever Champions League by beating Real Madrid. It took them 25 years to win the Champions League. And looking at the Champions League list, Aston Villa won the Champions League as well in 2048. They're not a championship team, they're still playing in the Premier League, and they're managed by Weah now. And Portugal won another World Cup in the year 2046. I'm now in the year 2075 and I'm 69 years old. I am old, but let's see what has happened. Has the top 6 club gotten relegated, and has the championship team won the Champions League? And looking at the Premier League table, Chelsea have been relegated. Chelsea got relegated in the year 2073. That's another checklist completed. A top 6 club has gotten relegated. 38 games played, 9 wins, 8 draws, 21 losses, and 35 points. You have had an absolute stinker. And West Ham won the league that year. They won the league after that. Hey, West Ham are looking a super team now. And Everton are now 2nd place. So this is where things are getting interesting. And after Chelsea got relegated, they finished in 6th place in the championship. So they're not even back in the Premier League now. What a fall from grace for Chelsea. And in the year 2075, Chelsea have renamed the stadium from the Stamford Bridge to the Giovanni Quenda Stadium. If you don't know, Giovanni Quenda is a wonder kid right now. He plays for Sporting. He just got bought by Chelsea in real life. So he must have been so good that they named the stadium after him. But Liverpool have also renamed the stadium. Liverpool are now called the Steven Gerrard Arena. Arsenal is called the Patrick Vieira Park. And Man City Stadium is now called the Rooney Fiale Arena, which is probably a Reggian player that was so good that they had to name the stadium after him. I've never seen a team change the name of the stadium in FM before. That's very fascinating. Man City have now overtaken Liverpool as the club with the most Premier League wins with 29. And so far, after 50 years, nobody has done a centenarian season like Manchester City in 2017. That just shows how crazy that record is. And if you look at the past winners, Everton won the Premier League 3 times in a row. Man United has won the Premier League a couple times. West Ham have like 6 Premier Leagues in the last 10 years. That's insane. Everton and West Ham are now the biggest teams in England. That is so funny to see. And Fermin Lopez, the Barcelona player, is still in the game. He's 72 years old. He's now a scout for Real Betis. And he has had a crazy managerial record as well. In 2062, he was the manager of Chelsea, and then he became the manager of England and Italy. Bro, what? If you go to the La Liga, everything still looks very similar. Barcelona won the league. League. Real Madrid finished in 3rd place, Atletico in 2nd place. Barcelona Stadium is still called the Camp Nou, and Real Madrid Stadium is still called the Santiago Bernabeu. So the Spanish teams are staying loyal to the original names of the stadium. Just taking a look at the Serie A, what are these teams I'm seeing, bro? I'm seeing teams like US Avellino 1912, SSC Bari, Cittadella, Mantova. Bro, what are these AI generated names? And looking at the Champions League, West Ham won the Champions League against Arsenal. West Ham beat Arsenal 2-0 in the Champions League final. So technically speaking, we're completed the final checklist. A championship team winning the UCL, and that's every single checklist completed. West Ham won it, Everton has won it. So West Ham and Everton just became 2 super teams. And since 2046, the World Cup has been won by Netherlands, England has won the World Cup for the 3rd time, Spain won the World Cup, Germany won the World Cup, USA won the World Cup, and England won the 4th World Cup, and Ecuador won the World Cup in 2074. Ecuador beat Brazil 3-1 in the final. That's definitely Ecuador's first ever World Cup in the history. So if you're from Ecuador and you want to see them win the World Cup, just wait until 2074. But Brazil is still the country with the most World Cups won. I've just taken a look at Bayern Munich. Their stadium is now called the Michael Elise Stadium. No way they named their stadium after Mr. Nonchalant. And we're now in 21-27, baby. I'm more than 100 years old, but in Football Manager, for some reason, they cap me at 100 years. Let's see how things look like. I'm just curious about League 1. League 1 is still PSG. For a couple of seasons, Le Havre has won the League 1, has challenged PSG. And in 21-27, PSG have 258 honors. They have 11 Champions Leagues, 91 League 1s. That is insane. But let's go to the Premier League. And the Premier League was won by Chelsea this year. Liverpool in 2nd place with 79. West Ham and Everton are still in the top 4. And looking at the league tables, in the year 21-23, Man United got relegated to the Championship. That is funny. The year before that, Spurs got relegated to the Championship. In the year 21-27, a team like Arsenal are now catching up. Arsenal have 15 UCLs. They have 29 Premier Leagues. And in the year 21-27, the team with the most Premier Leagues is actually Everton. Who would have imagined Everton being the best team in England? For the past 3 years, it's been Chelsea, then West Ham, but Everton has just been going crazy. Look at this, bro. They won the league in 2087, they won the league in 2090, and then they won it like 8 times in a row from 2092 to 2000. I'm pretty sure a run like this has never happened in the Premier League. The closest thing to this is probably Manchester City. Everton have 36 Premier Leagues, they have 183 honors, they have 15 UCLs, 4 Club World Cups, 17 FA Cups. They're probably the biggest team in the world now. Right after Manchester City, they have 32 Premier Leagues, they have 11 UCLs, they still have a respectable history. And take a look at the Champions League. The Champions League final in the year 21-27 is Real Betis against VfL Bochum. VfL Bochum are literally a Bundesliga 2 team. To be fair to them, they'll have 2 Bundesligas. Bayern Munich and this team called Holstein Kiel. What team is this? To be fair to them, they have 13 Bundesligas. That is impressive. How's Real Betis doing? Real Betis have 23 La Liga titles, they have 5 Champions Leagues, 21 Copa del Reys. 100 years later, Real Betis is now one of the biggest clubs in the world as well. But Real Madrid still hold the record for the most UCLs won with 20. I was expecting way more, to be honest with you. And the most successful team in the Europa League is Aston Villa. As you can see, Real Betis won the La Liga with a holding up 4 points, and Barcelona finished in 7th place. But neither Barcelona or Real Madrid have been relegated. A big club like Real Madrid, the Barca cannot get relegated from the La Liga. Let's have a look at the World Cup. Portugal won the World Cup yet again, and England won 2 more World Cups. So England had 5 World Cups in total. What am I saying? Sweden won the World Cup in 2082. Saudi Arabia has 2 World Cups as well. So when Sweden won the World Cup in 2082, they beat Brazil 1-0 in the final. When this happens in real life, I'll be there in the stadium. And throughout the video, the rankings for the top 5 leagues did not change at all. It looks the exact same from the beginning. But if you have enjoyed this video, comment down below if I should do more, and watch this video right here and subscribe. Vamos!